Hello, everyone. Welcome to Nichols Cryptid Catchers.
Yes, and I apologize for the late start / shorter game due to late start. It was my child's birthday today, which led to my mom coming down. Yeah, it was just a slow process. Anyway, I am Dengle, your storyteller for this evening. Joining me is Nenavar playing Edgar.
Hello.
Buttons playing Rose.
Howdy.
And Faye playing Gladys.
Hello.
Before we start, there is possibility that we could hit on some topics that might strike you a bit wrong, might bother you, might, I don't know, make you want to take a step away. And if you have that want, please do that. Mental health takes priority over a game. So, without further ado, what did we do last time?
We thought we unlocked Jim, but apparently not. So we pretty much had a whole siege of the town hall, where we protected it from giant rats, wolves, fairies, Jim, and a giant flying snake.
Yay!
And by giant, it really was absolutely massive, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yes. The exact scale I frankly am really bad at. If you are curious as to exactly the scale / look, Quetzalcoatl. Look that one up. Good luck spelling it though, because yeah.
And we got a scale from it.
We did.
So that is pretty much. Oh, and we met Johnny.
Baby Johnny.
Did.
Yeah. So yeah. So we don't have to do rouse checks. We don't have to do anything. However, what we do have to do is a little bit of housekeeping. After your last outing, you were hired under the table by Miss Nichols to take care of the creepy crawly things. And as such, you've had time to recover, had time to kind of unwind a bit. How much sanity damage did everybody take?
I was at 3.
So you take 2.
Yeah, I was down 2. I'm sorry.
I believe I took only 1.
Okay. And then Rose didn't take any, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, Gladys and Edgar, can I please get you to roll me your composure, resolve, and stamina pools? The stamina is simply because sleepless nights and such. I didn't quite catch that.
2 successes.
Also got 2.
Okay. So, each one of you gains 1 sanity back as you unwind a bit over the course of the month that you have for downtime. Gladys, you're still a bit shaky every once in a while, and things just pop up out of nowhere. However, it's not too terrible. Definitely doable. All of your wounds are healed. All of your willpower is brought back. And as such, I need to know what you have been doing over the past roughly 30 days. Let us start with Gladys, because I feel like you're the most ready.
Nope, not at all. I completely forgot about getting set for all of this, but we did talk about having some vehicles procured for us.
Correct.
And maybe a haven. And a 2-point haven would be a garage size one, yeah?
Believe so, yeah.
Do we want to do that? That would be 2 advantages spent, I believe, correct? You can continue whatever you're doing. I'm talking to the others. Right? I believe that would be it. I have the experience for it.
Yeah, sure. That'd probably be a good idea to get a base set up, since we're working under the table now.
I'm good with that too.
Okay. Then I will spend the initial experience for a base haven. If you're okay with that, Dengle.
That is fine by me. So you have gotten a garage-sized haven. I know we also talked about you doing some upgrades on your thing thrower.
Yes, my bolt thrower.
Okay. So can I get a intelligence and craft with your specialty and add 2 dice because of the time that you are allotted? That's a bunch of dice.
Yeah, that is a lot of dice. Actually, all of the orange dice.
Good.
Nine with a critical in there.
Okay. So, you basically make an actual legitimate crossbow out of it. However, it can fire extremely heavy projectiles at pretty deadly accuracy.
Cool.
You can fire out to about 100 yards with it. The heavier the piece of ammunition, obviously the shorter you can fire. However, for all intents and purposes, most everything that you're going to send down the chute, basically, will be about 100 yards. Or
Cool.
300 feet.
Sweet. What would there be a base damage increase or just the rolls?
That will depend on exactly what you're firing.
Okay.
Those little steel, the little
the-
steel rods, it's 2 extra.
Okay.
If you do something a little bit thicker, it'll bump it up 1 or 2.
Okay. I was just gonna mark it down because that'll be the main thing currently. Can I spend some downtime making more of those as well?
Yes, you can procure the metal bolts. You can get whatever type of metal that you so choose. Well, without getting too ridiculous, of course.
Well, we did pretty good with the iron, so...
Yeah, I just didn't know if you wanted like aluminum or titanium or...
Aluminum ones
What?
would be good too, but steel would be the main ones I'm worried about.
Okay. And now, Edgar.
Edgar is going to take a trip home to Green Bay to check in on his mother.
Okay. She's still kicking around. She's at a very advanced age. Seeing as Edgar's, 52, 53, somewhere in there. I know he's up there.
56, I think.
Okay, so a little bit older than I thought. So that'd probably put her close to 80 at this point. But yeah, she's still kicking around. She's apparently discussing once everything is settled down over in Europe, going back home for a trip if you would want to go with her.
Edgar is going to mention that he got a pretty sizable bonus at work, so he would be able to afford to take her.
She kind of gets a bit excited. And she's like, well, like I said, when everything dies down and tempers stop flaring, we'll head back over and yeah. It's just that weird, whatever it is, party. They're causing problems over there and started a big old war.
And never can calm down over there.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sure it'll be fine. Nothing bad will happen, really. Well, nothing worse than what's already happening will happen. So, is there anything else that Edgar would like to do?
Edgar is going to brush up on U.S. Flora and fauna, just to make sure that he's able to help the coterie better, or not coterie, investigators better. He is also going to look into acquiring a small arm for just in case of another thing with Jim happens and he needs to deal with close range.
Okay. It is. You have the advantage of Arsenal, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that is, for what you're looking for, that's easy enough to get. Much fewer regulations as far as firearm legality back then. So, do you want like a pistol or a shotgun? Just out of curiosity.
We'll go with a pistol for now.
Okay, that's 100% doable. It is American make, so should be good. Don't really know the manufacturer though. It's just something you picked up from somewhere. Is there anything else that you would like to do?
And he is also going to grab a rosary from his local church that I used to go to.
Okay. And then I assume that would be pretty much it.
Yep.
Okay. And then finally, Rose.
Rose would kind of split her time between trying to learn what she could about the Fae and the fair folk and all that fun stuff, just doing research, and then also she would have chipped off a piece of the flying serpent scale to study and kind of fashion a crude artifact out of.
Okay. I assume that did you spend experience to get it out in the cult, basically?
I already have dots in the cult, yes.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Then as far as the scale is concerned, give me a dexterity and wits to try to not just shatter it.
It's a pretty good pool, so hopefully I do decently.
While she's rolling, I had forgotten about that, actually, even though we talked about it. Can I do some of the arrows tipped in with that?
We'll see in just a second.
I got 5 successes, 3 regulars and a crit.
Yes, you may. You do kind of like shatter a little bit, which is what's made into the arrowheads. They actually shatter in such a way that you don't really have to do a whole heck of a lot to it. It seems like it's almost green obsidian. Almost. You kind of get curious. You like chuck it against the cinder block wall, and it embeds itself into the wall. So it's a bit more durable than obsidian. Exactly how durable, you're not 100% sure, though. However, as far as the artifact is concerned, is there anything in particular that you would like to try to make it into?
I haven't spent any points on specific perks to go with it, but my intention is to fashion it into a defensive talisman.
Okay. That would probably take a little bit more than a month.
Yes.
Just because, like, having to chisel and carve and do all this other fun stuff to get the right runes. And... Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't figure it'd be ready today.
However, if you probably spend 2 or 3 more weeks on it, dedicated, obviously, it'll probably do something with that. So, is there anything else that Rose would like to split her time with? Or is it just those 2 main things?
It's mostly that. She'll help Gladys out if Gladys needs it, since they're also working with the scale, but that's really about it.
Okay. So, like I said, about a month goes by, and you get a knock on the roll-up door.
I'll go answer it.
Okay. You roll up the door a little bit. It is Miss Nichols. Got a job for you 3.
Okay.
It's in Vermont. It's not a rush job. You just get up there when you can. Just some weird... I don't know. The description's kind of odd to me.
Does it sound like the thing we ran into in Washington?
No. And she kind of steps inside and puts the door back down. Apparently, something has been eating cows.
When you say that, I assume you don't mean, like, normal butchering.
No, like, have you ever dehydrated, like, a pear
Yeah.
or peach or something?
Yep.
Yeah, that just overnight.
Like, drained of vitality, or drained of blood, or drained of all juices? This is weird. We should go see it.
Is there anything else you can tell us?
It's... I don't know the guy that this is happening to, but he's put in multiple complaints to the game wardens to try to find this thing. They haven't been able to find anything. The guy says that it kind of, when it's out doing whatever it is that it's doing, he can kind of hear it snorting, and it kind of sounds like a pig.
That's
Never heard of a wild pig
strange.
that does that before.
Yeah, I've heard of wild pigs like killing cows and eating them. It happens. It's not overly common, but it happens. This seems a bit odd, since it's basically like draining it of all of its vital juices. Like, apparently even like the stomach contents are gone, and I don't know, it's weird.
I'll have to
Ew.
get up there and check it out.
Yeah. Do you have a way to get up there, or do I have to provide?
I mean, we got some cars now. If that went through. Because I didn't spend experience on that one.
That one, we're going to say that you're still working on. We can work that out in-game. Okay. How about right now I just get you guys on a bus, and I'll get you up there. Like I said, time isn't really that big of an issue. And if you were to fly up there, you'd have to fly into Boston, then take a bus over, and it would take you just as long. So just hop on a bus from here. It'll take you right up into the town, and we'll figure out what's going on. I have called in a friend for you. Younger guy, he likes weird stuff like this, though. So he's a researcher of some sort. I think he said he does zoology. He's hoping it's a new species.
Well, that would probably be good to have just in case, we actually have to deal with animals.
Yeah, I figure. Worst case scenario, he takes a look at the cows. and figures out, like, A, were they healthy? B, like, what caused all this? And C, if it was actually an overnight thing or if it's just something, funky.
Well, I'm glad someone can do it because I really don't want to. What's his name?
Eugene.
Do we need a last name?
If he wants to give it, he can. Frankly, he's a bit weird, and when I say friend, it's more like work friend.
So we'll know him when we see him. Is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, look for the hip waders and the tweed jacket. He does a lot with bugs too, so.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So,
Is he going to meet us there or is he going to travel with us?
he is actually driving there now.
Okay.
Apparently he's got a Stanley steamer. And for those of you curious, that is actually a thing. Stanley steamers, look them up. They were cars.
So no, there's no more information you can give us?
I'm going off a rumor and a phone call from a very concerned farmer.
I'm just making sure.
I know. Apparently he's one of the bigger dairy farmers up there, so.
Must be hitting a lot of cows for it to be such a big deal.
Apparently it's been going on for a couple months now.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Said it's up until recently it's been like once every 2 weeks. Apparently recently it's like 3 a week. So yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like normal wolves.
No.
Alright.
Alright, well, it shouldn't take us too long to get packed up. I don't have any other plans.
Yeah, like I said, it's not a super big rush. Take your time. I've got just an open-ended, like, you get on the bus when you're ready type ticket. So, and she just kind of like sets the tickets down on a nearby workbench. If you run into anything crazy, just let me know. Okay?
Okay.
Or-
Can do.
Or if you need some advice, give me a call. I might have something for you.
Yeah, that we might need to do.
Okay. She departs. So what is it that all of you are taking with you?
Rose will take her standard stuff, the sniper rifle, ammo, flashlight, toiletries, sleeping bag, water bottle, regular clothes, and clothes for rainy conditions, rain boots and a raincoat. And she's also going to take the artifact that she's working on and some whittling tools and a couple books. So
Okay.
that she can work on that during the drive up.
Okay.
Edgar is going to bring his weaponry as well, along with the changes for clothes for him, as well as some outdoor gear, with the stuff that we picked up in the last investigation, and some rations.
Okay. And then Gladys.
Not too different than before. Bag of assorted things, but also the bolt thrower and the bolts that were procured or made during the downtime.
Okay.
And then clothes for rainy conditions. And a flashlight.
Okay. Seeing as it is April, give or take, right now up there, I believe at least one of us knows exactly what kind of weather conditions would be prevalent in real life.
Cold.
Yeah, still a little bit cold, but it's fine. But yeah, you get on the bus, and about 2.5 days later, you arrive in this. To call it a one red light town would give it too much credit. It's like half a stop sign. It's a general store, and it's a bus station. There is an old, about to fall in on itself, schoolhouse that you can see smoke billowing from the chimney. And it's chilly. It's not necessarily cold. It is a better winter, but it is a bit chilly. A jacket would be nice, or just an extra layer of clothes, either way. Can I please get a wits and awareness from everyone? Please?
For being a critical.
7 with a critical.
2.
Okay, well, looking around the few vehicles that are there, you can pick out which ones are farm vehicles and which ones are not. Or, well, which one is not. And sure enough, it's an old... do you mean old even for here? Or this period of time? Stanley Steamer. There is a guy, probably mid-20s. He has a thick tweed jacket on. However, you don't necessarily see waiters. And he's just sitting there.
Looks like it might be our guy.
I mean, the car's pretty unique.
Certainly is hard to miss here. We should probably go up and say hi, right?
Yep.
Okay. And Rose is gonna toddle off towards the car.
Yep. Same with Glads.
You approach the car, and you get about 10 feet away before you hear a real slight snore and realize that he's got his head down. You can see his chest kind of rise and fall and rise and fall. However, apparently he feels your presence and starts awake. Oh, hi.
Hi, are you Eugene?
Yeah, Eugene Christian.
Hi, I'm Gladys McCoy.
Okay, there's...
Yeah, hi.
And he kind of looks over to the bench seat And he's just like, how comfortable are you with each other?
I mean, we shared a bus up here, so
Is one of you willing to sit on another person's lap?
Sure, I don't really care.
Okay, good, because I've got barely enough room for 2. We can squeeze 3 though.
I could always sit on the floor or something.
No, I need room to operate the pedals and levers and such.
No, okay.
Once we get to where we're going to be staying, I'll put the thing on the back for the luggage rack, and we can just make that into a seat if we need it. I mean, I don't know if we're going to need it or not. I just didn't realize. I didn't realize that there was going to be 3. I thought there was going to be 2.
Knowing us, we'll probably need it.
Did Miss Nichols not tell you?
She just said that she would send a team, and usually they say the team is 2 in your particular profession.
That's fair.
We can make this work, though. It's not a huge deal. Anyway, just please stay off the hood of the vehicle. It's going to be very hot.
Good.
I'm sure Gladys and Rose are sharing.
Probably.
But he takes some rope. He lashes your bags to the back of the vehicle. And with a putt, he sets off into the wilderness. A couple miles down the road, and you're moving slightly faster than the speed of smell. You can't walk this fast, but you could probably jog this fast if you really wanted to. And it's probably about as much as this thing's got. He kind of turns to all of you. So Gladys, Rose, and kind of looks at Edgar.
Edgar.
Okay. I should remember that. I shouldn't have too many issues. I appreciate you coming out here and just giving the support that I might need to figure out what's going on here. I'm sure
Apparently what we do best. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm sure it's probably nothing too nefarious. It's probably just, I don't know, a sickness or something. I haven't seen any of the specimens yet, but from what I understand, they're desiccated. But for all I know, these people could have not seen them for days.
I know practically nothing about animals, and I am not a farmer, so who knows?
Has there been a history of sickness in livestock sweeping through lately? I mean, aside from this, obviously.
Outside of the normal things that kind of go through, not yet. We're not far enough along in the season for like the flies to come in and wreak havoc.
And it's only been the cows?
From what I understand, but then again, they are a dairy farm. Well, yes, goats are a good source of dairy. People don't really want to drink goat's milk or eat goat's cheese. At least here.
They're missing out.
Yes, goat's milk in my coffee in the mornings. Quite nice.
And is it just one farm getting hit, or are there multiple farms getting hit, or is there just one farm total?
When you see the scale of the farm, I believe you'll understand.
Oh, it's one of
It's-
those.
It's an older family farm. They've kind of incorporated everybody in the community, and it's a community farm at this point. But one person actually legitimately owns it.
Hmm. Do they have a good reputation in this town, the people that own it?
I believe so. I've asked around a little bit. I haven't heard a bad word from them, but I think most people here are employed by them, and they don't want to bad talk their employer. The thing that concerns me the most, though, is the reported sounds of pigs squealing.
Are there
There's
like
no
wild
pigs on the
hogs in the
farm?
area?
That too.
There are, but they tend to not roam in the pastures. They tend to stay in wooded areas until crops are actually farmed or planted, and then they root up and destroy that.
I mean, maybe something's making them aggressive. Or more aggressive.
Still unexplained drain in the other juices, though.
One problem at a time, Edgar.
Pretty sure this alcohol causes one problem.
Like I said, I wouldn't put it past people to not realize that a cow is gone and then find it days or weeks later and then have the corpse be desiccated. And, yes.
When was the last recorded death?
3 days ago, and if the pattern holds up correctly, tonight should be another one.
Okay, cool. That was my next question.
Yes. I'm also looking into all of the flying, stinging, and biting insects in the area just to make sure there isn't anything overly obvious there as well.
Is there a pattern to where these cows are being desiccated? Like, are they being taken from a specific part of the farm as opposed to other parts of the farm, or being left in certain areas?
They're never taken or left near a structure that people are in. It's always miles from the nearest house or barn that people might be in, or watchtower, or whatever.
It seems like we're going to have to rough it if we want to try to catch this thing in the act.
Yes. Do you all have camping gear by chance? I have some. I just don't know if I have enough for everyone.
Quite a little bit. Not too much. I wasn't sure what to expect.
I have a sleeping bag and toiletries.
Okay. Do you have a way to keep the wind off of you at night?
We still have those tents from when we went up to Washington.
I don't think we brought those, though.
Edgar brought them.
Good. Yeah, if it can keep the driving rain off of you, I'm sure it can keep a little bit of wind off of you as well. So, if you don't mind, can I get a little bit of each one of your specialties? I know everybody has something they're good at. Mine is flora and fauna and creepy crawlies, apparently.
If you need something made, I can probably make it with practically nothing.
Good at hunting and taking down bigger animals.
And I'm a sniper, and I've got like this really weird sixth sense for things that aren't supposed to be there.
Oh, 2 people that can defend us and 1 that can make things when I need them.
I mean, I know how to shoot things, but that's not my strong suit.
Oh no, I didn't mean that as a negative.
She's really good at making traps. Like really good.
Well, that's good because we might need some.
Do my best.
Then the drive kind of is slow. Takes about 45 minutes to get to where you're going, but when you pull up, you just see miles of pasture. Interspersed is small thickets of trees. You see a couple barns kind of scattering kind of a hillside / mountainside. And then you see one large structure in the middle of all of it. And over top it just says Dairyland Farm.
Oh, you weren't kidding when you said it was big.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yes. Was not kidding. This is what this place is kind of built its name on, quite literally.
Oh boy. Well, guess we should go say hi. They know we're coming, right?
Yes.
Let's go.
To the structure. Hopefully there's a road we can follow.
There is. The drive up is actually well-packed gravel. It's a smooth ride in. Pull up to the main structure, and it's obviously a milking facility of some sort. You kind of get all your stuff out, and you assume one of the supervisors or managers or foreman or whoever comes out and meets you. How are y'all doing?
You know, it was a little bit of a trip, but I'm okay. How are you?
Oh, it's not doing too bad. You're here for the cows, eh?
Sure seems like.
Oh, good. Lost about... Then he starts counting on his fingers, and he gets to 10. He's like, more than 10 head now.
Over how long?
Oh, a couple months. One here and there we kind of already account for and allow for. Wolves and bears up here, when they get hungry, they just take what they want. It's not really a whole lot of keeping them out either.
Still seems a lot, though.
Yeah, but with the amount of cattle we've got here, we have plenty to replace them. We only send off the ones to butcher that can't produce calf. But we keep a specific set amount. So anything over that, yeah. And then we sell off the ones that can produce a calf to other dairy farmers.
Sounds like you guys keep pretty careful records here.
We try to. With over 1,000 cattle, it's kind of hard to know every single one out there, but we do a pretty good job.
So, the ones that end up being desiccated, are you sure that they weren't just like mist or something?
See, that's the thing. Is we tag the majority of them. So the ones that haven't been tagged, we don't count, and we've lost a couple of them too. But we've had about 4 or 5 of them that are tagged that have shown up like that. And the tagged ones we count every night when they come in the barn. So, no, because and he pulls out a little book. Yeah, see right here, 44897 said in, and then he next line down, found deceased at, and gives a time, and it says the next day. And I saw it with my own 2 eyes. She was shriveled up like a raisin.
Were there any like animal tracks or signs of like a wolf pack attacking or anything like that you would normally see?
No. That's the thing, is it was either deliberately covered up or somebody put her there and,
Are all of the sorry? Are all the desiccated cows found in the same spot?
No. We found him kind of stretched all over the farm.
But nowhere near people.
No, that's the weird thing. And he kind of turns around. He's like, we have watchtowers, and if you look, they're spaced out every about 4 miles. They go all the way around. Never near one of them. Which I know 4 miles is a distance. I get that. But not near any of the barns or any of the houses that are in the farm either.
So are the watchtowers placed around the perimeter?
Yes, to track any animals coming in.
So these things are found in the middle of the pastures?
Yes.
Are they near those wooded spots?
A couple of them have been, but I mean, there's a bunch of them, so it seems like it's just natural to find them there at times.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and ask the really awkward, obvious questions. Is there anyone that you could think of that would want to undermine the farm? Any disgruntled former employees that still live in town? Any rivals trying to start up a business? Anything like that you could think of that we could just kind of rule out?
No. We employ 98% of the town. And the 2% that we don't is the mayor, the mailman, and old Bill that runs the gas station downtown.
Are you able to show us where the newest cow was found?
Oh yeah, we can hop on a tractor and go out there. have to get keys and a trailer to allow you four to ride out there with me.
Sure. I'm sorry, what did you say your name was?
I don't know if I did. Paul.
I'm Gladys.
I'm Rose.
Edgar.
And Eugene just kind of, you know me. So, yeah, let me go get a tractor and a trailer, and I'll get them hooked up, and we'll start to head out there.
While he's hitching up the tractor and getting it ready, can Rose kick up Sense the Unnatural just to see if there's anything odd hanging about the barn?
Yep, you do so, and you do not detect anything. That much I can absolutely tell you.
Okay. She'll probably keep that up as we go.
Okay.
I assume nothing looks too out of place or recognizably out of place around this area.
With your extensive knowledge of dairy farms, no.
Well, yeah. That's why I
But,
said
I mean-
too obvious.
Yeah. Even for somebody that has never been on a dairy farm before, everything looks pretty straightforward. So yeah, he hitches the tractor in the trailer. You all pile on, and he's got a row of hay bales for you to sit on. And you head out there. He hands each one of you a bucket of feed. And he's like, well, we're going out there. They're probably going to kind of swarm us and try to eat the hay. And so if you just throw the buckets of feed out, they'll kind of disperse pretty quick. Don't go all at once, because we're going to need it. But, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I hope you don't have a problem with big slobbery noses and tongues.
I'm not a fan of animals.
Oh, really? I never would have thought.
Haha.
I, for one, have missed being around cows.
Gladys has positioned herself as far away from the edge as possible.
Okay. So you position yourself between the tires of the trailer.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So yeah, he starts headed out there. And true to form, you get about 2 miles out and just cows start to swarm the trailer. Who throws their bucket first?
Gladys.
As I figured. Gladys kind of throws the bucket of feed out, and Eugene was sitting there like petting a cow as it was walking next to the trailer. The cow kind of like wanders off. He's like, "Oh." And then probably about another mile out, another small herd comes over, and another bucket goes out, and another. And finally, Eugene's like, well, I guess it's my turn now, and he kind of throws his out. But you do eventually stop next to a small stream. Water is clear. It is not frozen anymore, which is good. There are still snow patches here and there. It's a bit muddy, but it's not too bad. You won't be slipping around. And Paul hops off the tractor and he's like, "Oh yeah, it's right up here, other side of the stream. Actually, if you look real hard, you can still see the imprint of where we found her."
Rose will hop off and trot on over to take a peek at the scene of the crime.
I'm with Edgar.
Yep. Gladys will follow.
Okay. Can I get Dex and Athletics from everybody? Eugene puts on his waders and walks through the stream rather than trying to jump over it.
2.
Okay, you're good.
3.
You're good as well.
3.
You're good as well. So, you 3, it's a bit longer of a jump than it looks like, but you managed to make it all the way across without getting wet and without slipping on the other side. Now, can I please get everybody to give me a wits and awareness or an intelligence and investigate, please?
Sure. Real quick, as we're crossing the stream, can we gauge about how deep we think it is? Is it just like a little brook kind of a deal, or is it like got some depth to it?
Judging by Eugene and his shins, probably about 18 inches deep.
Okay.
It is, however, running extremely fast.
Okay.
Not with a whole lot of force, though, because there's not a whole lot of water there.
4 successes.
Couldn't
On
burn it
intelligence.
Jumped up to 4.
And I got a 3 again.
Okay. So all 3 of you see the general imprint of a cow. However, the imprint seems a bit smaller than you would have expected, especially seeing the cows that are there. It is the end of winter, beginning of spring, so they are a little bit on the thin side. But this one looks like it hadn't eaten in 6 to 8 months.
So, Paul, I know that we were told that you heard, like, oinking noises and everything. Where were those from? Were they near the areas where you found the cows?
That's kind of the thing, is they just kind of came from a couple different places, and then the next morning we just found a cow, well, like her. Dried up, shriveled up. Her skin was already leather.
So you hear the oinks before you find the cows every time?
Yes, the oinks on the nights that the cows go missing.
Is it the watchtowers that hear them, or is there people, like, out patrolling the areas?
Well, it kind of depends on exactly where the cows are found. It's usually within the 2 to 3 mile kind of radius. Every structure within there kind of hears it, and it usually is a line, and you can kind of point an arrow at it. It does usually start at a watchtower, and then it kind of goes straight through. And that's how we've been gauging it now.
Gauging it to find the cows?
Yeah. We say this watchtower and that structure, so it's got to be somewhere in that line.
In the areas where you have found them, it's random, right? There's no kind of pattern to it?
I can probably pull up a map of the farm and kind of show you general areas. I don't have specifics.
Do you have a copy of that we could have? So we could keep track?
No, not really. The map that I have to pull up, we'd have to put a sheet of, well, like tracing paper over top of it, because it's really just the land plot that we got, with all of the watchtowers and the structures on it. It's kind of like the deed, almost. And then I can go off of that.
Right, I was just thinking if we could, like, keep track. If we could, like, see a pattern or something.
Right. Yeah. We can probably get that together for you. I didn't even think about trying to get that together, to be honest with you. Didn't think that it'd be too much use, since it seems pretty random. Like, one will be over here, and then one will be over there, and then another one will be way down there, and then one back over here, and it's, yeah.
Would that kind of map have, like, structures or anything odd going on with the land? Like, their little tree areas? Would those be on there or no?
Yeah. It's, like I said, it's structures. It's got some of the elevation. I can mark the trees and stuff like that on there.
Okay.
And then I can mark a couple other things as well.
Yeah, anything of interest that could hide anything. I mean, this could be like stupid kids. Like, who knows what this could be?
Yeah. I really hope it's just stupid kids trying to play a prank on their dad and their mom, because that would be the easiest way to take care of that one. Just to, well, however the parents really want to handle that situation, we'll let them handle it.
Right. It would be the easiest way to find answers to.
Yeah. Go ahead and take a minute, search around, make sure that we didn't miss anything. But yeah, I can. I'll see what we can do when we get back. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you. And
So
then
is there-
search the area.
Okay. What specifically is everybody searching for?
Edgar is going to be searching for tracks or any broken branches of where the thing would have dragged the cow through.
Okay, give me a wits and survival, please.
Got 5.
You don't find any drag marks. However, you end up walking a bit further than you expected, and you get to kind of like a bramble patch, and you find a piece of torn, almost burlap cloth caught up in one of the brambles. Rose and Gladys, is there anything that you would like to do? Or search for specifically?
Any signs of missed, like bodily fluids or like decay, anything that would have been left from a body.
Do you have medicine or science?
I have both, actually. One dot in medicine, 2 in science.
Okay. I will allow you to roll intelligence and science for this.
4.
Okay. So in the immediate area, there is absolutely nothing. However, you kind of start doing spirals out. And you find one spot where there's a spot about 3 inches in diameter. So it's just a little tiny spot. Rather than having oxidized, dried blood, this is still bright and vibrant. But it's almost like a jelly.
Can she call Eugene over?
Yep.
Eugene, have you ever seen anything like this? I'm not really up to par on medicine. Or, like, blood or anything like that.
That looks like a jellyfish. It's not, obviously, but it kind of looks like a jellyfish.
Do we have, like, a jar or something?
He pulls out just, like, this metal, like, extendable rod. It's got a magnet on the end of it. And he kind of pokes at it a little bit. And it jiggles. And then he pulls out a mason jar and just kind of like tries to scoop it in there. But if he puts any force on it, the rod just kind of goes through it. So instead, he just kind of tries to kind of like scoop it up, and like half of it plops in there. Then he will make a roll to see if he can discern what that is. He just kind of looks at it and he's like, well, that's either a transparent kidney or a transparent liver, or it's just a big globule of fat. I have no idea what this is, though. I'm going to have to take it back and like do some tests on it.
That's gross, but yeah, you should do that.
And he seals it up and takes a piece of tape and takes a pen out and writes on top of it. And Gladys, you can see jelly like whatever the hell, and then today's date.
Paul, are we going to be swinging back on our way back to wherever? Are we going to be passing by another spot?
I mean, we can. It'll take us a little bit longer to get back there, but we can swing out to another spot if you want.
I mean, if we can find even a trace of something like this, it can at least show that it's not just a one-off accident.
I'm gonna guess and say that you need something a little bit more fresh then.
I mean, even if we find a dried one, we don't need a sample from it. We just need to know that it's there.
Okay. We can see what... I can see what we can do. See if I can remember exactly where the next closest one was on the way back.
Okay.
Then, Gladys, is there anything that you specifically are looking for?
You mean Rose?
Yes, Rose. Apologies?
Rose will continue to use Sense the Unnatural to see if anything sketchy is afoot.
You do not detect anything. Oddly so, actually. Like, usually you get a little bit of background something. Right now you're getting, like, dead air silence.
Gladys, it's weirdly quiet out here.
Is there any animal noise going on?
I mean, you got cows and birds, and like you got gophers popping up and running across and chittering and stuff like that. But
Okay, so it's not unnaturally quiet in the sense of nature.
no, it's just the sense of the unnatural.
I don't know, this seems like pretty lively space.
No, that's the point. Usually there's always been something, especially around these weird things that we have to investigate, even if it's like way off in the distance, but I'm getting nothing.
I don't know, maybe it's not something unnatural this time.
That would be great. Especially after last time.
Yeah.
At this point, Paul pipes up. What do you mean unnatural?
Anything that's not typically found on farms or in the wild, like I have this weird sixth sense. I think it comes from living on a farm my entire life, about like just being able to kind of feel out an area. And I've always been able to tell, oh, there's like some overly hungry wolves way off there, or oh, there's something that doesn't quite feel right off that way. Maybe I shouldn't go off into those woods. I'm not feeling any of that here.
Well, that's not good. But I mean, that's also a good thing, wasn't it? Because that just
That's
means
what I'm
that we're
saying.
safe.
Hopefully. I mean, it'd be nice to be something relatively normal-ish, like an unknown sickness.
All right. Well, anywho, he kind of looks up at the sky. He's like, it's getting kind of later in the day now, so we should probably start heading back. We'll set you all up with a place to stay on the farm, at least until you're ready to leave.
That would be very appreciated. If we have time to swing back around one today, that would be great. If not, maybe we could do that tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. I think there's one on the way back.
Okay.
About halfway back. So. So all of you hop back across the little brook, get back on the trailer, and starts heading back. And yeah, about halfway back, he stops. He's like, I think over there by the thicket, there was one of the first ones, actually.
Okay, so the last one was kind of by a bramble patch. This one's by a thicket.
Yeah, but I mean, there's enough nature out here that we haven't messed with that you're gonna find some of that.
Right, no, it's places to hide.
Yeah, I guess.
So once we get over there, can we do a sweep of the area to see if we can find a dried thing?
You can certainly try.
I
Give me
doubt we're going to find
a-
anything if it's the first one, but...
Give me an intelligence and investigation, or a wits and investigation, please.
Five with a crit.
2.
1.
That's fitting. Edgar and Rose have no idea what they're looking for, so obviously they're not going to really be too much help. Gladys, on the other hand, you know what you're looking for. You know a general location where you found the last one, so you are guessing. And either it's long gone, or it was never there.
That's fitting. That's fine. Can we check the... Just do a quick search in the tree line?
Yeah. The tree line yields very little.
Okay.
There's not really a good place to hide in there either. It's a sparse thicket. The actual tree top cover is good, so it's shaded, but the undergrowth is sparse, and you can maneuver easily through there.
Okay. It's covering bases.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Ned?
I don't know if Edgar was looking in particular for more garlic sack pieces.
Yeah, again, given the time frame that it would have been exposed, probably there's none there to be found.
Yeah, if it was that old, wasn't sure if we would find anything at all. Would you be able to, on that map, kind of notate which one happened in which order?
We can certainly try.
Okay. As best as you can.
Okay. And as you all are getting back onto the trailer, one of the cows kind of makes its way and lays down on the trailer and just starts eating one of the hay bales.
Reach out and pet it.
Yeah, Eugene kind of reaches out, pets it, and kind of gets it to get up and off the trailer. Can I get a wits and awareness from everybody?
Three.
1.
Hang on, I gotta do math here. 5.
Okay. So, Rose, you... As it's, stepping off the trailer, you see something on the inside of one of its legs. It's a very distinctive mark. It's kind of odd. It kind of looks like a perfectly shaped letter P. It's very natural. I mean, the edges are not perfectly formed, but it is a very distinctive letter P on the inside of its front right leg.
Yeah. Hey, Paul?
Oh, yeah?
I know you said you guys tag your cows, but do you brand them too?
No, why?
And she'll point out the marking.
Yeah, and he kind of takes a look at it. And he's like, oh, yeah, that's, that one's actually named it, we named it Paula because of the P. It was just a birthmark.
Okay.
And he kind of grabs her ear real quick. She's, 117834.
Okay.
Letting you write that down if you so choose. Yeah, she's been around for a while. One of our oldest ones here. She's a stubborn old Betty. Anyway, headed back. We've got a decent dinner lined up for you. It's a good old-fashioned roast dinner. Something that'll stick to you, keep you warm.
That sounds delicious.
And you head back. And at the main facility, you pull up and you can smell the dinner that has been made for you. It smells good from the outside, but when you get inside, it's 10 times better. It's got all of the accompaniments. As far as carrots, potatoes, you got the stewed onions, the whole 9 yards. Even got some okra in there. And you eat heartily. And they also feed you as much beer as you want.
Yes.
Toward the end of the night, at least 2 of you are rather tipsy. Not sure about Rose. But you were directed.
Keep her head on her.
You are directed to some cots set up in a storage area. Up at the top of the facility. They're not too far from locker rooms with actual showers and such. And Paul's like, I will see you in the morning. I've got to go back and at least say hi to my wife today. Haven't seen her in, about 14 hours now. It's a busy day, though, so not too big of a deal.
Well, we appreciate your help today. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Not a problem. And he departs. Is there anything that anybody would wish to do before falling asleep?
Scope out the nearest entrance and exits. Just get a general feel for the location.
Good news. One entrance, one exit from the room. As far as the facility, you are directly next to the main point of egress going down to the main entrance / exit.
Is there a window? Go ahead.
Go ahead. Eugene said that there's possibly going to be an attack again tonight if the pattern holds, correct?
Correct, yes.
Anyone feel like trying to rough it tonight?
No, not really. Is there a window?
Yes, there's a couple windows.
I mean, if we take turns doing a watch when we sleep, if we open some, or at least crack the windows, we might be able to hear if there's that squealing sound.
That's a good idea.
I'll do that.
Okay. So, who would like to go first, second, third, and fourth?
Edgar will take first shift.
Gladys is about to pass out from the alcohol.
Rose will probably take the second watch.
Eugene will volunteer for number 3.
Not pass out, but like sleepy, because tipsy.
Yeah. So, hold on just a second. Okay. Can I get everybody to give me wits and awareness, please?
Six.
3.
I had to bring a willpower, but I got 4.
Yeah. So, Edgar, you are sitting there. Your rifle out the window, scope kind of scanning the horizon. Your entire watch goes completely uneventful. You see some workers leaving, going back to some structures on the farm. However, for the most part, there's nothing to be seen. Rose. You see a couple packs of coyotes as you're on your watch, kind of go around the outside, but they don't enter the actual farm itself. You see a lot of the nightlife. Apparently, there's an owl that frequents the area, picks up any stray gophers, any young ones that are reckless enough to be out. And yeah, that's the extent of excitement on your end. Eugene's passes with, again, little to no actual happenings. Gladys, on the other hand, about 3 hours before sun rises, starts off real quiet, and then it just a cacophonous, just squealing everywhere. What would you like to do?
Before waking everyone up, is there a way to tell the direction it's coming from?
Give me either intelligence and survival or intelligence and academics, please.
They'd be the same. Five with a crit.
Okay. You notice that it's on the other side of the building. You're not exactly sure how far out it is, but it is on the opposite side of the building. You can make your way over and kind of take a peek out if you so choose.
Yes.
Okay. So you head
Shaking
over there.
Edgar on the way over.
Do you have a spying device that you were using?
I do not, but I assume he does.
Yep. He'll then grab his rifle.
Edgar,
Okay.
come on. I need your help.
Okay. So Edgar, can I please get wits and awareness with a 2 dice penalty, one for being sleepy and one for scope of view?
One success.
You don't spot anything. You kind of scan the horizon, scan all of the fields, and you don't see anything. You hear the squealing, you hear everything going on, but you just don't see anything.
He'll pass the rifle over to Gladys and say, "Here, you take a look."
I've never... Oh, sure, I guess. Go wake up Rose.
Just look out the scope, you'll be fine. And he'll go and grab Rose.
Okay, so Gladys, if you would want to give me that same check with a 1 dice penalty.
I'm sorry, one more. What was it?
Wits and awareness.
Okay. With a 1 dice penalty.
Yep.
3.
Okay. You think you catch something. You're not exactly sure what it is you're looking at, but it is obviously a cow laying down on its side, which is, even for you, you know that's abnormal. They don't lay down on their side typically. And then you kind of see what looks kind of like a rock behind it. which you kind of focus in, and it kind of looks like it's heaving back and forth a little bit.
Oh god, I think I found something. Come here.
I assume Rose would be waking up at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rose
Rose,
will
it's
jostle
right
over.
there.
She'll bring up her own sniper rifle to see if she can get a better look at what's going on.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a wits and awareness without the dice penalty. Well, still with the 1 dice penalty because it's sleepy. But you have a general idea of where it is.
Oh, there's like a
That's
weird
cool.
rock thing behind it, but it's moving.
Then I let go as well.
If you take the rifle back, then yes.
Yes, she takes it
That-
back.
That is a 5.
Okay. So, yeah. Rose, you lock dead on it. And you see the same thing that Gladys sees. Edgar?
Edgar's apparently really tired because he rolled a middle one.
Yeah. You can't catch it. However, Rose, you kind of sit there and watch this. You realize it's about 5 miles out from your current spot, and the closest structure from there is about 2.5 miles away. This one is out in the middle of a pasture, though.
Too far out to wing even if I wanted.
Yeah. And it's really, really hard to see anyway. Even with such a high power scope.
Well, there's definitely something out there, but it's like way, 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 way out there. I'm talking
Well, should-
miles.
Should we try to start making our way, or should we wait for the morning?
I mean, it almost is morning, so
I'm ready, let's go.
I mean, we don't have keys to the tractor or anything, and we also should probably wake Eugene up.
yeah. I wonder if there's like a security person around, or maybe like a guard
Okay, well,
that could
let's
escort
wake
us.
Eugene up, and then we can go maybe talk to them.
Okay. And Rose will go get Eugene.
He kind of wakes up and says, "What is that? Oh, no."
Yeah, we
It's
found
happening,
where
isn't
it
it?
was.
About 5 miles out in a pasture. Maybe a little more.
He puts his waders on, and he puts just a heavy winter coat on at this point because he was sleeping shirtless. And he's like, "Let's start going, I guess."
Yeah, Gladys will throw on a warmer coat or something that she had packed, and then get to getting.
Okay. You head downstairs, and the facility that you're currently in is deserted, except for one security guard that is passed out.
I wonder if he would be able to take us out there. Can Gladys run up and go grab a flashlight if she didn't grab it on her way down?
Yeah, I assume that you have all your stuff. So
Edgar's gonna go walk up and wake up the security guard.
he wakes with a jump and instinctively kind of swings out. He's got a clipboard in his hand. And it kind of smacks your arm and it leaves a loud thwack, but it doesn't actually hurt anything. He's like, "Oh, this is RA. Can I help you?"
Another one of your cows is under being attacked. Do you have keys to a tractor?
When he hears that, he kind of jumps up and grabs something out of a nearby locker. It's in a case. He's like, yeah, just back here. And he goes running off.
Go chase after him.
Yep.
It's actually the same tractor that you guys went out on earlier. With the same hay bales, same trailer, same everything. He starts it off, starts it up, jumps out. And you're going for about 20 minutes in the same squealing, the same just general odd feel. It's just kind of everywhere. About 20 minutes in, squealing stops.
Raz, is your weird sixth sense thing picking anything up now?
I don't know, let me try again. And she'll pop sense the unnatural back on.
Go ahead and give me a roll.
Okay. Four.
Okay. You absolutely feel something is there. And whatever it is moving, and it is moving fast. And
Since I have... Sorry, finish. Unfinish.
The most concerning thing is it is moving toward you. Rapidly.
Guys, it's moving towards us. It's moving towards us quick, and she'll
Can you see it? Do you have your gun with you?
Yeah, and she'll grab the rifle and bring it around.
Who's driving
Swing
that
a
way?
flashlight in that direction.
It is the security guard.
Okay, Edgar already has a rifle too.
Okay. I assume that Rose is going to stay focused on that.
Yes.
Okay. So it keeps moving. And as you feel it get closer, you swear this thing is within eyesight. And then it just disappears.
Like, gone from the radar entirely?
Yes.
Shit, I should have took a shot when it was still coming.
Are you
Can
gonna
any of you...
Why?
are
What
you gonna
happened?
keep that up?
What?
Or are you gonna keep up the sense the unnatural?
Yes.
Okay.
Just gonna wait and see if it, like, pops back up from a burrow or something.
Okay.
It just, like, disappeared for a second. I don't know where it went. I'm gonna try and find it again, though.
Swinging the flashlight around all over the place.
Okay. What is Edgar doing?
Edgar has his rifle in his hands, waiting for Rose to point out a new direction.
Okay. The security guard kind of stops and he's like, do I keep going or what do I do?
Yeah. Keep going to the cow.
Okay. And he keeps moving forward. Eugene at this point is absolutely freaking out. He has nothing. He's just kind of sitting there, like, huddled up on the hay. And Rose, after about 10 minutes, you get that same feeling. And your stomach just kind of drops. Because next thing you know, you hear a loud pig squeal. And you
Ew.
are flying through the air, along with everybody else outside on the trailer.
Oh, jeez.
Give me a wits and awareness, everybody, with a 2 dice penalty due to disorientation. I'm not going to make
0.
anybody get hurt.
3.
2.
Okay. So, Edgar, you managed to get a good enough look at this thing. Rose, you get a look at it. It's vaguely humanoid. It has long legs, long arms, and has a dedicated head with 2 large ears on top. Edgar, you get a decent look at it. It looks like a human, except for the face and the hands. The hands are basically 2 large, almost hooves, almost talons. The face is mashed up and it reminds you of a pig. And the ears, if they weren't this odd blue-green color, you would swear somebody sewed a pig ear on top of this thing's head. It is completely hairless, and it is wearing a little bit more than an old peanut bag burlap sack. It says Planters on the front. And it soars through the air, lands next to the tractor, and you just see the security guard get pulled off and hauled off. And in the blink of an eye, it is gone. Can I get everybody to make me a sanity check? Please.
Two.
Okay.
Also 2.
Okay.
5.
Okay, Rose, you're good. Gladys? Edgar? You take 1 point of sanity damage. That will bring your edge to 2. Now, you are laying in the mud. There are cows everywhere. They are all freaked out. I need your immediate actions.
Get close to the tractor so we don't get trampled.
Agreed.
Check on Eugene.
Eugene is currently pinned underneath the trailer. He's not hurt, however, he cannot move. Luckily, the mud is soft enough that he squished down into it and didn't crack on it. So, can I get everybody that is attempting to get near the trailer, or the tractor, rather, to give me either a dexterity and athletics, or a stamina and athletics, whichever is better for you.
2.
I am going to spend a willpower to reroll that.
Okay. And then Edgar, we will resolve yours in just a second.
That is a lot better. That is a 6.
Okay. So Edgar, checking on Eugene, who's, well, it was the nice thing to do and probably the right thing to do. Somebody should have, at least. It has slowed you down just enough where the cows have started stampeding and they are headed your direction. Can I please get you to make me a wits and insight roll? You try to make your way through the herd of cows before getting trampled.
One.
Okay. Okay. So unfortunately, a couple things happen. You are kind of thrown against the trailer. One of the cows kind of like tosses you. You feel a rib crack. You take 2 superficial damage. And you are currently prone next to the trailer. You can, with the proper roll, get under the trailer to try to shield yourself. However, that isn't necessarily the most sturdy trailer you've ever seen. Now, I need to know everybody's actions, please.
So Rose and Gladys are sheltered from the stampede, right?
You are in a good enough place that they're probably not going to hit you. However, that is not to say that they won't start pushing the trailer or the tractor or anything else.
Right.
Can I fire off a round to try and scare them away from the trailer?
You may go ahead and give me a either charisma or manipulation and intimidation, please.
That is not a very good pool for me. Okay, charisma and intimidation it is.
Would you like to spend any edge that you have? You can get an extra 2 dice. However, if you roll a 1 on those dice, bad things will happen. I will let you know.
Do one.
Yeah, I'll spend 1.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that pool for me, please.
Okay. Four successes. No fails on the edge dice.
Okay, so 4 successes. The shot seems to have done something. The immediate brunt of the cows kind of divert away from the tractor and the trailer. However, that's definitely not the permanent fix. There's a whole bunch more. So, Gladys, what would you like to do?
You're muted.
Sorry, can I see Edgar or Eugene from where we are?
Yes, you can see Edgar laying on the ground. Eugene's up underneath the trailer.
Okay. Shit. So is the trailer on its side?
It is
Tractor trailer?
fully flipped over.
Okay. I'm not really sure what to do other than continue to hide. Can I try and pull Edgar? Or maybe not pull, but try and get him standing?
You can make your way over there and attempt to help him kind of get his feet.
Yeah, if we're clear of cows for the moment.
Okay. Can I get a dexterity and insight?
Okay.
Because there are still a couple cows. So, dodging them is going to be a thing.
Four.
Okay, you make it over there. You kind of grab Edgar. And if Edgar wishes, he can stand up.
Edgar will stand.
Okay. So, Edgar, what do you want to do with Gladys in tow?
Make our way back to the tractor.
Okay. Go ahead and give me that same roll then.
Dex on one side, correct?
Yes. Please.
Do I have to do it again?
No, it's him. He'll kind of guide you where you need to go.
You must have another willpower.
Okay.
Do I really want him guiding me where we want to go?
Got another 4.
Okay. So yeah, you make it over with very little incident. You get brushed by one, but it's fine.
This is why I don't like animals.
You can see Eugene at this point has produced some rope and kind of tosses it over toward the tractor. It's like, pull! For the love of God, pull!
Pull.
Let's
Well,
pull.
So, who wants to spearhead this operation of strength
Not-
and athletics?
Me.
Gonna be Edgar, I think.
Okay, so let's start with Gladys. Strength and athletics.
So 2 dice.
Yep.
I failed.
You have 0. Okay.
I have 0.
Now, Rose. Give me that same.
I got 1 single crit, so 2.
Okay. So it's 1 success. So Edgar, you will add 1 dice to your roll.
One.
Okay. Let's hope that Eugene rolls better than that then. This might be bad.
I'm not rolling good tonight.
What's even worse is he will have 4 dice to roll.
Can we give him an edge?
NPCs cannot use edge to allow you guys to use it. Oh, he's fine, guys. 3 successes. So you all kind of pull and you move him a little bit, and then he's like, "Oh God!" and like burst of adrenaline, and he just kind of like hauls himself across the ground. His waiter leg gets like torn off. His leg is fine. It's a little bit bloodied and scratched up, but he hauls himself across the ground. Not without taking a cow hoof to the stomach, though. Yeah. He gets about 3/4 of the way across and just thwap. And you just hear, and he
He's
is
still alive?
on the ground. Yeah. He is currently on the ground, though, and he is, yeah. So last round of the Stampede, what would you all like to do?
Try and
Haul
not let
him
him
up.
die.
Yeah. Haul him up with us.
Okay. So I will need... Who wants to grab Eugene and bring him back?
Not me.
Edgar.
Okay. Strength and athletics if you're going to do it by the rope. Please.
Can Rose assist?
Yes. While this is happening, what is Gladys doing?
I don't know if the flashlight will be a deterrent to, like, if a cow's running at me or anything like that. Just flashing it at him.
Okay. Can you give me a charisma or manipulation and subterfuge?
Sure.
Honestly,
One.
that's not sweet. Oh, actually, that's nothing. It distracts and disorients the cows enough that one runs straight in the back of the tractor. However, it doesn't move it. It's just one good thwap. It's not like the entire herd's pushing it. Now, Rose, and Edgar. Go ahead and give me that assist roll and then main roll.
I got 2 successes on the assist.
Add that many to your pool, Edgar.
Two.
That is enough to get him to the tractor. He's still groaning. He's kind of rolling around. He's like, I think I bruised an intestine.
Can I try to see if there's any, like, internal bleeding that we need to be very concerned about or something? Just from, like, visual.
Give me intelligence and medicine, please.
Can Edgar assist?
I rolled 4.
Yeah, it's kind of a... Each person can do their own if they want to. Yeah, 4 will tell you that there's probably no internal bleeding. But that is going to hurt for weeks.
You'll be okay. You'll be okay. You're gonna live through this.
Only got 2.
Edgar, you think there might be some internal bleeding. However, after probably about another 10 seconds of all around you, it kind of dies down. Cows go running off. You can see the herd. And the confusion and the hubbub and all that kind of goes away. And you are left with you 4 next to the tractor. That is still actually running.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting this back on right side up.
No, the tractor's fine. It was just the trailer.
Oh, okay, I understand. Can we look around and see if we can find the security guard?
Go ahead and give me what's an awareness. This will be exceedingly difficult to find anything.
2.
Well, I've had no good luck so far, so let's see. Five.
That's pretty good.
6.
Okay, so Gladys, you're still shaking from the cow incident. Edgar, your ribs hurt too much to really focus. Rose, you're shaken. However, you find a hat that has a blood smear. It's covered in mud, but you can see the blood through the mud. That was worn by the security guard. About 15 feet later, you see part of a shirt, then part of a belt, and then a name tag, and then nothing.
Rose is not going to pick any of the items up. She wants to leave them as evidence, and she's going to let the others know what she found.
Okay, how far are we from the cow that we saw?
You're probably a mile and a half out still.
Should we go towards it?
Which is closer, the cow or the barn we came from?
The cow, absolutely.
So yeah, might as well, since we're out here.
Is there a way we can get the trailer flipped?
A group strength and athletics check.
Sure.
There will need to be at least 9 successes total.
Okay.
Nothing.
0.
4.
Okay. So first attempt is a no. Would you like to retry? You can keep trying to flip that trailer over all night if you want to.
Yes.
We might as well.
Eugene is not going to be helping, though.
I got 1.
2.
Come on, Rose, you got this.
You need 6.
I have 4 dice. I would have to roll successes on all of them, plus what, 2 or 3 crits? I don't even know.
Crits are done by every 2, I think.
Yep.
1. Thanks a lot, guys.
So, yeah. The first attempt tired Rose out. So, second attempt, Rose was useless.
Let's try again.
Y'all's dice are
Um,
cursed, I swear.
I only have 2 to roll. I have 2 strength.
I'm looking at Edgar here.
Give me a wits and intelligence, please.
That
That was
you
much
allow.
better for me. 5, 6 with a crit.
Okay. That is plenty.
1.
This tracks so hard.
Yeah. Gladys, you kind of put 2 and 2 together, saying that like if we can hook a chain around it and pull it with the tractor, it might flip by itself. There might be some damage as it comes over, though. However, it still would probably be serviceable.
Do we
Or
think
rope.
that's an acceptable loss?
Not a trailer.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't want to
think we
incur
have
any
much of a
more
choice.
bad will since we already got one of their people killed.
To be fair, this was not our fault.
It kind of was
Yeah.
because they wouldn't have gone out there if it wasn't for us.
I think it was their job.
Yeah, that's kind of what security is for. And I think it wouldn't hurt to at least try.
Okay. Clamber up the
Yeah.
thing and hook a rope around it.
Okay. First and foremost, give me an intelligence and technology. That's the best I can come up with for this particular pool.
4.
Okay, it's probably secure. There's a chain on it that you can use. And then, who would like to be driving the tractor? Because I will need a wits and drive.
Edgar.
Okay, give me that roll.
Edgar, wait until I get down to do this, please.
1.
You start off slow, and like you're barely moving, so you're like, it's fine. Just kind of like put it in high gear and like gun it. And you flip the trailer over, and you hear a psh as it flops. You can still drive it. It's just you have a flat tire. You absolutely have a flat tire.
It's fine. It's fine.
You also think that the entire trailer deck might have shifted over about 3 inches.
I'm not worried about
But it's probably okay.
it. I'm not worried about it. Come on, Eugene, let's get you up here.
Yeah,
Anything we can blame on the pig.
Eugene flops over onto the trailer. Still a bit difficult getting his breath. Edgar, your ribs are still hurting considerably. However, you do get everybody loaded up. And who's driving out to the actual? Is Edgar going to drive the trailer out?
Absolutely.
Rose will offer to do it since she's kind of the one that got the best view of exactly where it was. Or at the very least, she will offer to guide whoever is driving.
Are you sure you don't want me to drive, Edgar?
If you wanna, you can go ahead.
I at least kind of know where I'm going.
Yeah. It doesn't require a check. It's just I need to know who's driving. So you guys eventually make it out there. It is not a smooth ride. It is not a comfy ride. But it is certainly a ride.
This reminds me of going through the back roads with you guys. In Washington.
Yeah. When you get out there, though, you do see the cow raisin. Can I get a wits and awareness from everybody, please?
Three.
2.
4.
Okay, so seems fitting. Rose, you see that dried up shriveled pea on the inside of the front right leg.
No.
Oh no, what?
Rose is gonna move around to the head and check the tag.
The tags seem to match up.
Oh, guys, it's Paula.
I mean, that's sad and all, but like, we need to see if we can find the jelly substance.
I mean, there's plenty of dead body here. Sorry, Paula. And she'll pat the head sadly.
So, I am going to offer a couple things. Either you can give me a wits and medicine, an intelligence and animal chem, a wits and survival, or an intelligence and survival, to inspect the cow in the immediate area. If you roll medicine and animal chem, you're just doing the cow.
Intelligence and survival for me.
Same with Edgar.
I rolled wits and survival and got 3.
Edgar got 4.
I rolled 3.
Okay.
Let me spend a willpower. So only 4.
So we got 3, 3, and 4.
2 4s.
Okay. So, checking over the cow, there's not a whole lot that you can discern. Nothing looks overly out of the ordinary. The immediate area around it, though, this one seems to be a lot more disturbed. Apparently, it was interrupted mid whatever the heck it was doing by who knows what, and it didn't cover up its tracks this time. There are kind of a four-toed, weird, half-clawed foot that is all over this place, and then you just can see the 4 toes and 2 knees. Well, 8 toes and 2 knees. Kneeled down on one side of Paula. But beyond that, you don't find anything else. You look in the immediate area. You do not find the jelly-like substance. You do not find any burlap sack. You don't find any drag marks. You don't find any blood. You don't find anything.
There's no wounds on the cow?
Not that you can see. However, as you're searching the immediate area, Eugene is still focusing on the cow. And about 5 minutes later, he's like, everybody come here. I need some, need to make sure I'm not seeing things, please.
Okay.
What'd you find?
And you come over, and you can see him having stuck a pen right between the top of the eyes. And it seems to have found a soft spot. The skin doesn't look disturbed. However, there is a singular like drill mark or drill way all the way down through. It's like, I think I found the point of entry. Good news, if this is how it did what it did, it was painless.
Is that like a bullet hole or like a... I don't know, what are those things called where they like tap into part of your skull?
Was the cow lobotomized?
Maybe? That might be what the jelly thing is.
Brain?
Brain?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Gross.
Which would make sense why, if I tried to scoop it up, it split in half.
Oh, because the different parts of the brain. Right, okay.
Right, and this might be a little bit graphic. Brain's mostly fat, melts at a very low temperature.
Is there a stick? A mostly straight stick?
Not necessarily a stick, but there's some reeds that you could possibly use.
Yep.
And you're gonna stick it down
like a
there.
straw through a hole.
Okay. You're not gonna be able to open the hole a hell of a lot, but
No, I just want to see if brain substance will come out or if it's like liquidy inside the skull.
okay. So you stick it down in there as far as it'll go, and it just keeps going and going and going and going, way further past than you know that a brain could be.
She'll
Like
just give
you're
a
in, like,
very
a rabbit
concerned
hole.
look to Eugene.
And you start sliding it out, and it's bone dry.
That's not good.
Well, I think we ruled out disease.
And insects.
And humans.
To be fair, insects, that might be borderline mosquito right here.
Really, really big mosquito that apparently can tip a trailer?
Flip a trailer, yeah. What the hell was that? I didn't
I
get
did
a
not
look.
see it. I was trying not to get pinned. Sorry.
It pinged on my radar, so it was something that wasn't supposed to be here.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
surmised that much.
I actually got a decent look at it.
And
It
Eugene will actually pull like a journal out from inside of his waders. And he's like, okay, describe it as best you can to me.
big man.
And he'll just kind of look at you. A little bit better than that. And can I get you to give me a wits and composure roll to describe this thing?
Two.
Okay. You will have to make a dexterity and craft roll to get a decent picture, possibly. And he did exceedingly well with 7 successes. And as you were describing this, he just kind of like furiously is scribbling something. And he turns it around and it's exactly what you saw. And granted, your description wasn't that great. But he just took artistic liberties and nailed it.
Yep, that's pretty much what it looked like.
Oh wow, that's creepy.
It did disappear, like, directly in front of our eyes.
I wonder if it can like burrow or something, like a giant mole.
I don't know, but it looked like it just was, like, there and then gone.
I hope it can't. Because if it can just burrow, I realize how hard it is to find this thing that it's going to be.
I mean, we can go look for burrow holes where the trailer was tipped.
I mean, would you rather it burrow and have like actual physical evidence of where it goes? Or would you rather it be something that can just teleport across a field?
Magic's not real, so teleportation's not a thing. But,
We hope.
But, I mean, burrowing would be nice, but again, finding it would be exceedingly difficult.
Well, we can go see if we can find a burrow hole because it would have came up where the trailer tipped.
And about this time, you notice that the area around you is getting a little bit brighter. And you hear the sound of a truck engine.
Oh, good.
And Paul comes rolling up. Oh, what happened here?
There was an issue.
Yeah, what happened to the trailer?
Something hit us.
Like a cow? Oh,
Like
No.
a thing that ate the cow.
Yeah, we heard the commotion in the middle of the night, realized it was eating like way out in the middle of the field here, and so we woke the guard up to go escort us out, and while we were on our way, we got hit by the thing that was eating the cow. It
And
attacked us.
I'm sorry about Paula.
yeah, he kind of looks over and you can see his face drop before I'm sorry about Paula happens. Then he's like, that was my cow.
I know. It was really, really sad. If it's any consolation, we're pretty sure she died pretty painlessly.
How?
It's really weird.
tell
Come
him.
see this.
So you're gonna stick the thing down the front of the skull's head? Forehead?
No, just point out the soft spot and that it is a hole. Gladys has
Okay.
a little bit more tact than that.
Okay, you kind of point out the soft spot that doesn't have an entry wound, seemingly. absolutely has an entry wound. And he kind of looks at it and is like, well, that's how we kill cows for slaughter, I guess. But that's... What did that?
I don't know, but I stuck this rod down it. I'm sorry I had to do this. I didn't want to show it to you. But, like, I stuck it all the way as far as I could, which was way farther than the head. And it's dry. So, like, it happened while we watched it almost.
See, and we told you that it was something weird.
Right. Yeah, but now we have, like, physical proof and visual proof that it was like that. Did the other cows have these soft spots in the head? Did you, like, check them out at all?
No, we just kind of buried them. I can take you to the graves. I mean, we don't like to cremate our cows because we like to give them a little bit more dignity than that. So we did individual graves and all that fun stuff.
Well, in this case, it might be a good thing because if the others have the same problems, that means it's the same thing.
Okay. Then
I'm sure it is, but...
And at this point, he's got a flashlight and he's kind of...
Who was your guard last night?
Why?
I'm sorry.
Paula grabbed him too.
Oh no. We need to get him back.
Yeah,
we don't know where he is.
Well, there was a little bit of a debris trail off that way in Rosal Point. I didn't want to touch anything until when someone got here, so we could maybe use that as a trail to go find wherever he got dragged.
Do you... Okay. Paul at this point is like, well, we're gonna have our team come out and grab Paula and the tractor. If all of you want to hop in the back of the truck, if you are okay to do that, then kind of point out to me where we gotta go.
Rose saw it best, but I think we're good to go. Are you okay, Eugene, or do you want to go with the cow?
No, I'll just stay here. It still hurts.
Okay. Maybe take some aspirin. You're not bleeding internally, it's fine.
Doesn't that make bruising worse, though?
I don't know.
I'll figure something out. He'll kind of sit down on the trailer again, and it kind of shifts a little bit more, and he's like, oh. But all of you kind of hop in the truck and head out. Get back to the site that the trailer flipped. Would you all like to give me a wits and investigation or intelligence investigation?
Four with intelligence.
Also 4.
3.
Okay. So, Rose, you're not sure if you see anything as far as like an exit spot. However, Gladys and Edgar, you are positive there is no burrow hole at all.
Well, this is kind of where it happened, but... He looked like he came from the ground, but there is nowhere that it would have come out here.
Okay. I guess show me where the Trail of Things happens.
Yeah, sure. It's off that way. And Rose will kind of point him in the direction she went earlier.
And you all will head off into the sunrise. We will pick it up right here next time. Because this seems like probably the best spot to just halt our story.
Oh boy.
So, with that being said, some announcements. Go to TotalPartyCrit.com to find all of our player bios, character bios, game descriptions, and links to all of our games on YouTube, Spotify, iHeart, the ones that we had before, and Audible and Amazon Podcast now.
Yeah. Castbox, iHeartRadio. Whole bunch of different ones.
Yes. While you're there, check out our link to dicelegion.com. You can get a discount code automatically applied at checkout. It will help you because yay dice, everybody likes dice. It will help us because a little bit of kickback, and it will help Dice Legion because they are a very small company that takes pride in what they do and really nice dice. Then along with that, it also has links to all of our socials, so you can find us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. From there, you can probably find like our personal pages too. If you like one of us, like I don't know, Buttons or Faye.
TikTok, yes,
cool
it's been a minute though.
Yeah. Me and Nen aren't cool enough to have our own pages on TikTok. But yeah. So, if you want to do that, by all means, go ahead and do that. And then finally, if you are so inclined and are capable of doing so and want to support us monetarily, go to patreon.com and find us there. And we will give you all sorts of fun things for whatever it is that you decide that you want to give us a month. Everywhere from special Discord channels on our personal, well, not personal, but on our TPK Discord, to behind the scenes, to possible other things that we are still working on in the background. So, beyond that, I think I'm good.
A link to the Patreon can be found on our website if you scroll down on the homepage. Same thing with the Dice Legion.
Yeah. So, did I get everything?
I think so.
Awesome. So, with that, stay safe, stay off trailers, and if you are, watch out for pig people.
If you have a suggestion for Gladys's garage's name, let me know.
Yes, we are taking
Leave a
that.
comment. Oh, also like, subscribe, comment if you share if you like us. But leave a comment for a potential garage name if you have an idea.
Yes. And with that, have a good evening, morning, afternoon, dusk, dawn, whatever it is. And stay safe.